Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about why you need to stop watching Hamza, and why I need to stop watching Hamza. So, let's cut right to the chase. The reason is because watching his videos can be addictive and can waste your time, and once you've been on self-improvement and working to improve yourself long enough, well, as he said himself, you don't need to keep watching the videos. Now, I do actually watch his videos, and sometimes I actually feel like I am learning from them, even though I've technically been on self-improvement for quite a while. And this is because he's learning as he talks, and so I actually disagree with Hamza about this to an extent. I do understand that spending a lot of time watching YouTube is a very bad addiction, and I shouldn't do that. But at the same time, I think that listening to his videos, just like the podcast essentially, some of them are quite useful and some of them are not so. And so I disagree with Hamza loosely. I think it varies from person to person whether you should stop watching the videos or not. Now, the reason I'm making this video with the title I am and stuff is because that's a piece of advice that Hamza gave in one of his older videos was when you make your own self-improvement YouTube channel, make a video that is controversial sounding that's supposed to polarize people. I'm trying to polarize so that I can hack the algorithm as Hamza said you probably should, because he's kind of hacked the algorithm. So that's kind of why I'm doing this, and I'm probably going to make some more videos not unlike this. So, since I'm already talking about it, what are my thoughts on Hamza in depth? Well, I really enjoy his message and his mission, and I find it pretty wholesome and endearing, actually, the way that his ambitions are geared towards helping young men. I'm pretty big enjoyer of that, you could say. But he said some things I disagree with somewhat, and I understand he's working through a lot of ideas, and he's always changing his ideas, and I can respect that. But at the same time, sometimes it's I think it gets a odd message across in my head, at least. But that's probably just because I'm partially dumb. But like his ideas on how he talks about women and how he always flip-flops between the ideas of monk mode, which I've been kind of on a monk mode for a little while, you could say. Cringe, as that is to say. And, even saying the word cringe is kind of ironically cringe, but yeah, there's just, I think that you need to focus on your self-improvement. I agree with that. And, well, honestly, I don't really have anything bad to say about Hamza, but he's the main reason I made this YouTube channel. So I want to actually say, on the very off chance that you hear this, Hamza, thank you very much for what you've done. It's inspired me to make this channel, and although it's been an idea I've had in the back of my mind for a couple of years, but now that I'm 18, I think this is a very good opportunity for me to try and, spread my message as well and get noticed and maybe make a passive income and help find me a purpose. Actually, I'm going to make another video later today. That's kind of part of why I joined the Marine Corps is, partially to be given direction, purpose, as well as the many other advantages I can get through the Marines. It's actually a very intelligent decision, and anybody who lives in the northeast Ohio, Richland County kind of Mansfield area, around Ontario, Ohio, go to the recruiting station in Ontario by the BMV and tell Staff Sergeant Jar that John sent you and that you are interested in joining the Marine Corps, because that would help me a lot. You could help me get a promotion, and I'm not going to say I don't want a promotion. That'd be just dumb. So if you guys are in the area and are thinking about joining the Marines, go to the office and ask for Staff Sergeant Jar, and he can tell him that I sent you. So there's that. But back to Hamza, because that's the point of this video, and I want to say something that can at least make it worth watching this video, because I don't want it to be a complete waste of your guys' time. But generally, I do like Hamza's content a lot, and I agree with most of what he says. I very much like the Adonis and Jeffrey caricatures, because whenever I'm having a issue and I don't know what to do, I try to think, what would Adonis do in my situation? What would Jeffrey do? Because, sometimes It's not so clear with one or the other, but you can at least find, which one is closer to what you should do. And it's just an important thing to think about. I think it's very useful, and it's amusing, and it's done very well for him hacking the algorithm. I don't think I'm going to do something like that, with Adonis and Jeffrey, because I think that's just not my style. I want to try and be real with you guys. I try to be a very friendly, nice guy, and, my main message is love God and work hard. I think that the cornerstone of my foundation is my faith as a Christian, and then on top of that is my firm belief in hard work and perseverance, kind of the American frontiersman kind of idea. As you guys could imagine, I'm a fairly patriotic American, but my kingdom is not of this world. So although I love the country that God put me in, I believe that, being somewhat patriotic for your country would mean that, where you were born and raised help to make who you are. So you need to, have some respect for where you were born, and you should, it's a duty to protect your home also, which is part of why I'm joining the Marines also. I'm naturally very patriotic. You guys could easily imagine that. There's a flag attached to the chair I'm sitting on right now. But my cornerstone is my faith as a Christian. That's transcendent over everything. That's kind of almost the definition of being a Christian is, you believe in a transcendent ideal, which is God. And that this ideal has redeemed us through Jesus Christ on the cross. But outside of that, I'm also a patriotic American and a martial arts enthusiast. I grew up watching mostly Dragon Ball Z was a big part of my foundations as my idea of masculinity and what it is to be a man kind of almost stemmed from that, because it idolized using violence and fighting and training and hard work as a righteous good person, because Goku's a good person, to work hard to protect the ones you love in your home, to protect your planet, even if it's not where where your species or your race is from. What matters is, and it kind of ties into the American ideal and dream is, as well as a Christian ideal and dream is, we're not male or female or black or white or Jew or Gentile. We're all one under Christ Jesus, and the United States is that boiling pot. And so, it's all about being an American or being a human or being an earthling in Goku's case, and, fighting for that home. You have to defend your home. And actually, I remember in The Count of Monte Cristo, which is my favorite book, I think I might have us do a little book club reading of it, actually. The Count of Monte Cristo, Edmund even says when Albert is going to join the army because he's renounced his name and his family fortune, and Edmund is consoling Mercedes, he even says that it is right for Albert to do such because it is a man's duty, and it's very respectable. And, Albert was probably one of my favorite characters in that book. Again, if you have not read it, The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas, excellent book. Excellent book, for sure. And, I'm not really sure what else to say, because I mostly made this video for the clickbait thumbnail and title, essentially, but, thank you all very much if you listened this far, and for those who didn't, thank you still for clicking, and either way, thank you all, and God bless. Yeah.